Welcome to Second Chance and Pets of the Week. We have some cats for you to see and visit with, and also some dogs, so hope you enjoy. Thanks. Welcome to Cabin here at Second Chance, and this handsome grey and white kitty cat is Sweet Pea. He is a year old. He came to us because unfortunately when his owners moved, they left him and two other cats behind. So he was abandoned, and some nice neighbor brought him and two girls to the shelter. So he has been neutered, he's vaccinated, microchipped, up to date on all his vaccines, and is very friendly. He is a very sweet cat. We're going to call him indoor only because we don't know what his previous life was like, whether or not he'd ever been outside. And right now he's in his little cage. We're not letting him out to play because he's got a bit of a cold, so we don't want him to transfer that to the other cats in the room by wandering around, so he's just a good boy. Sweet Pea is very handsome. Look at those yellow eyes. So as I say, Sweet Pea is a year old. He does get along with other cats. We're unsure how he does with dogs, but he's very mellow, and at a year old, they learn very quickly. So his adoption fee would be $50. We have a very special cat in Cabin. This is Jill. She is 8 or 9 years old, and she suffers from eye agenesis. It's not anything that is really treatable in terms of surgery. She was born without fully formed eyelids. So she has to have artificial tears lubricant put in her eyes twice a day, every day. She's lived with it this far. She does have sight. She can see. She's a little slow on the move, but she does have sight. And as you can see, she'll jump out and she moves around. She loves to play with balls. She will bat balls and toys around. She's a very, very sweet girl. So eye agenesis means that her eyelids were never fully formed, so her eyelashes will scratch across her cornea. So she has some scarring from that. However, she is happy, she's healthy. It's something that just needs a maintenance dose of artificial tears. So we're saying she's about 8 years old. She is indoor only. She gets along great with other cats. She has never been exposed to dogs. She unfortunately came to us when her owner passed away. And you can see that her eyes look a little bit peculiar, but it doesn't stop her from being a really cool cat. Right, Jill? Hi. You go girl. So she loves to cuddle. She'd be a great lap cat. Yeah, you'd be a great lap cat. She's very relaxed. Not much stresses her out. So, yeah, with blind cats or visually impaired cats, as long as things don't change in your house, they adapt very quickly. So in terms of change, I mean, as long as you don't rearrange your furniture frequently, they get used to the location of items and they work around it. And it's really quite amazing that they don't suffer as much as we do. They adapt very quickly. Another resident here in Cabin is Zoe. I think we've featured her before. She has been with us since last October, so we'd love to get her out. She is between 3 and 4 years old. She would definitely be an only cat. She does not care for other cats. She's very selective, so we let her out and play, but she has to be by herself. And she will play, but she does not want to interact with other cats. She's indoor-outdoor. So she's very independent. So if you don't live, on a really busy road, she could be an indoor-outdoor cat for you. She came to us without really much knowledge of her past. So we know that she's not good with cats. No young children. Dogs we're not sure of. But based on her previous history and behaviors, she would probably give the dog what for if it came up and tried to say hello to her. She's definitely got catitude. She's a beautiful tabby, so her adoption fee would be $50. And she is, of course, just like everybody else, she is spayed, microchipped, vaccinated up to date. She's been treated for intestinal dewormer, fleas, all of that good stuff. So if you're looking for a single cat in your house who just wants to be the center of attention, then Zoe could be the one. This big, beautiful gray and white cat is Elvira. She has been with us, I believe it's about a year, and she lives in an office with our community programs coordinator. She's usually very vocal. She doesn't have much to say right now, but she is definitely a cat that would put the smack down on anybody else in the house. She loves attention. She loves shoulder rubs. She doesn't like her hind end touched very much. And she's, as you can see, she's a big cat, and she has lost weight since she came to us. She's 12 years old. She is fixed. She did come from a home, so she'd had good medical care. And she is the queen of the castle in one of the offices here. She loves it if you give her attention, but she definitely will want to be in charge, which is okay. I personally like cats with attitude like that tell you, but she is beautiful. She's such a good girl. You can come out and say hi. For all her independence, she loves attention. She always has a lot to say. I would take her home in a heartbeat, but I don't think she could climb or jump onto beds. And she has a huge, big bed in the office that she lives in. Her adoption fee is waived because Maple Leaf Realty very kindly has sponsored it. So her adoption fee is waived. Come and visit Elvira. Why are you hissing? Why are you hissing? She has a lot of sass. I think you have to come and visit her to really get a clue of what kind of cat this is. So here we are in Kingdom, the open room, and as always, it is full of kitty cats. We've got 6 or 7 in here right now, and we're continuing to offer fee-waived adoptions on our black and white cats, and this is Dianthus. She is very friendly. She is very sweet. She came to us fairly recently in January, and she loves attention. She wants to get up onto you. She will jump up and put her paws on you, and she wants to be on your shoulder. So we have Dianthus. She's a year old. She came to us because her owners moved away and could not look after her. And as we look around the room, you'll see more and more black and white cats in here who all look very similar. So the big fat cat over there doing some yoga on the floor, that is Shorty. We should really call her Roundy. She's gained a little bit of weight, so we have put her on a diet, and she's in the open room so that she can exercise and run around. She came here with her kittens, and she is adorable. She would be a good indoor-outdoor cat. She was a stray. She came in with her kittens, so she's an indoor-outdoor cat, and she really, at 2 years old, she really just doesn't want to achieve very much. She's perfectly happy to relax, hang out, play with toys, and just generally be a house cat with you. As always, she's distemper, rabies vaccinated, up to date on everything, and she's fixed. And the other black and white cat we have is Sissy. Sissy is a little bit older. She is 10 years old, and she is one of the very few declawed cats you will see anymore. Her owner had to move away, unfortunately, so she came to us. So she is a rare find in a shelter, a declawed cat. The other thing that you need to know about Sissy is that she is hyperthyroid. The other thing you need to know about Sissy is that she is hyperthyroid, which is extremely common in cats. So she does need to be medicated twice a day with a thyroid medication. Other cats that we have here at the shelter who have thyroid issues are actually on a specific diet, but she responds very, very well to medication. So if you have had experience with medicating cats or thyroid cats, then Sissy is definitely worth a visit. As I say, she's 10 years old, she's declawed, she's an indoor-only cat, she gets along great with other cats. Children, she just sort of ignores, but we're not sure how she does with dogs. If you are uncomfortable pilling cats, there is another option in terms of treatment for Sissy, and that would be having the methimazole, which is the thyroid medication, actually compounded into a transdermal medication so that you could just rub it into her ears and she would get her dosage that way. So that's something else to consider. It is obviously more expensive than regular pills, but it is easier, it's cleaner, it's much less stress for everybody. So you certainly have that option. Just a reminder that our SNAP program, the Spay Neuter Assistance Program, continues to be very busy, but we do take applications all the time. You can now do it from our website, and we will book you in. Right now, we are booking for females into May. So call ahead, get booked in. It's coming up to kitten season, so we are getting prepared for an influx of kittens. So if you don't want any accidental litters of kittens, it's worth giving us a call at 802-375-2898 and speaking to Kathleen at extension 312 about applying for and getting onto the program. You may have seen a lot of adverts recently for rabies clinics. Here's a reminder that all dogs have to be licensed in Vermont towns by April 1st. So you can get your cat or dog, rabies vaccinated at many of the upcoming clinics in and around town. And you may question why you have to do that, but remember that all kinds of creepy crawlies and things can come into your house, and bats are a rabies vector, and cats love to eat flying things. So if you live in an old house, or basically any house, you do run the risk of bats coming in, and bats carry rabies, so get your cat vaccinated. It's usually around $12 at rabies clinics, and it's totally worth it, and it is the law. This little beauty is Chins. She came to us back in February. Her ear is lopsided because her babies chewed it off. So that's a bit of an unfortunate thing. So she came to us for her own health and safety. So Chins is a 1-year-old mini Devon Rex, we believe. She has been spayed, so no more babies to chew off her other ear, but she is very, very sweet. And she's recovered nicely. We didn't have to do any surgery on her ear, but it did have to be cleaned up and treated. Chins is actually going to go into foster in one of the local schools and then be used at summer camp. But she is just a really great example of the kinds of critters we get here. You've probably seen we have rats, ferrets, gerbils, mice, and this is just another example. So this is Chins.
This is Andy. He's a year-old American shelter dog. He weighs about 60 pounds. Andy would prefer to be the only pet in the family. No cats or dogs. However, if you have a child, he is probably our best kids' dogs that we have right now. He is the perfect babysitter. He is a little tuckered out right now. He did just come back from a walk. So Andy came to us here from a different shelter. He was a transfer. Over there, they found him as a stray. This is Tyson. He is a 3-year-old American shelter dog. He came here from a different shelter. Tyson prefers to be the only pet in the family. However, he could go to a female dog with proper... He could go to a home with a female dog with proper introduction. He could go to a home with older children. However, small children have a little bit too much energy for him. And that was our Animals of the Week. If you'd like to see any of our animals, please come down to Second Chance Animal Center.